Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, all praise be to Allah. We praise Him, we ask for His help, we ask for His forgiveness. We wish with Allah for the wickedness of ourselves and for the badness of our deeds. Whoever been given by Allah guidance, then nobody can be misguided for him. Whoever misguided by Allah, then nobody can be misguided for him. Can be a guide for him. I bear witness no God worthy to worship except Allah, only Him, no associate for Him. And I bear witness that Muhammad, His messenger, His servant. O Allah, give good praise upon Muhammad and family of Muhammad. Bless upon Abraham. Give good praise upon Abraham and family of Abraham. O Allah, bless upon Muhammad and the family of Muhammad. Bless upon Abraham and the family of Abraham. Very most worthy of praises, most exalted in glory. Today, our topic for unplugging today's issues, we actually will talk about little lies Gaza on my mind for starting from the 7th October of this month, after the attack being done by Hamas on the occupied, illegally occupied land of Palestine from the Zionist regime. I like to say Zionist regime. I don't want to say Israel, because Israel is actually the name of Prophet Yaqub. Because of that, in the Quran, when you say Bani Israel, means children of Israel and children of Yaqub. Inside the Quran, the word Israel, when being used, normally to guide them, to ask them to come to guidance, not to run away or not to scare them. Just to say, oh, children of Israel, come. Or the other words is being used inside the Quran is Ahlul Kitab. When Allah Ta'ala in the Quran doesn't want to give good impression about the people of the book, He will call them as Jew, Yahud, or Nasara, Christians. He will not call them with good impression except when it's actually related to calling them. Will you use Bani Israel? So I actually doesn't like to use the Israel country or Israel as a name. I always use Zionist regime. So after that, what that happened, so we actually can see that what, like our topic today, little lies that being spread through the internet, through the social media, about making those who actually victims become the oppressor. The oppressor, the one who actually oppressing people, they become the victims. So they want to look at it differently. We actually from the start of these things where we shared our views from Al Khadim through our social media, we actually emphasize about that the problem that actually some people looking at the one side only. They wrongly doesn't look at the whole picture what happened. So you want to feel sympathy to those people in Gaza, you have to start understanding first what happened to them. Then only we can understand the whole picture about how the lie being turned away, we turn from one side to other side, until some people here in our country saying that is wrong the wrong is from the Hamas when they attack first. They actually attack first. So whatever being done by Israel, by the regime, Zionist regime country, is only defending itself. Okay, understand this. The parables or the analogy that I always give is actually for you to understand. Is imagine you are inside a house. This is your house, our house. Suddenly some group people came into our house and taking over our house, and pushing us to the edge of the corner of our house, our own house. This is our house, right? Somebody push us to the edge of our house, and limiting us movement, limiting us from eating, limiting us from drinking, not doing anything inside our own house. And, kicking us, terrorizing us every day. Suddenly, when you look into that situation, if those people, the owner of the house, they do something that they do, they release their anger to their oppressor, to the aggressor. You maybe take a pencil and throw it to them or something. And then the oppressor or the aggressors start to hit them. You actually should not say that they should not fight. They should not do anything. Just wait. Then they'll be safe. Because that is their house. So whatever being done by them to take back their house, whatever angle you see, that is their right. You cannot say that they actually wrong. You cannot say that. Even like somebody asked me, I said, even if the oppressed one are non-believers, say that the non-believers is actually inside the house, and the robbers, the oppressor, is a Muslim. The situation is still the same. The conclusion of the situation is still the same. That those people who've been oppressed inside their house have the rights to fight back their aggressor. If you say that is wrong, then we in Malaysia, when being occupied by the Japanese or the British at the time, or the Netherlands at that time, should you say that you should not fight to take back your land? Because if you fight, then they will terrorize you more? No. Because you actually inside your house. So the aggressor are those people. You put anything. If I said, if you change the situation, the Muslim are the robbers. We know that some Muslim is good, some Muslim is bad. Bad Muslim enter the house and take over the house and start to ravaging everything. So the owner of the house, day by day being cornered, being hit by the aggressor. One day they took something that maybe they cannot win. Maybe they cannot win with that thing. Or maybe they do something or fighting back the aggressor. How could you say that they actually, spark the war or spark the thing, provoke the aggressor to hit them? You don't say anything, because if they fail, or they did not succeed, that is the other thing. Because the Prophet ﷺ did say to us, a guy came to the Prophet ﷺ in Sahih Muslim. He said, Ya Rasulullah, O Messenger of Allah, Inna rajula ya'ti yurida akhdha mali. There's a guy came to me and want to take my possession. My possession. So Prophet said, La tu'tihi malak. Don't give him your possession. Whatever you possess, don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. So the guy continued to ask, Ya Rasulullah, in qatalani, if he attack me. So the Prophet said, Qatilhu, fight back. This thing, this hadith is not popular because you always listen. People say that money or your life. So money is you can buy, you can get it more. But your life is gone, you cannot get many more. You cannot get it back. So some people say that give your money, keep your life. But in that hadith, the Prophet said, La tu'tihi malak. Don't give him your possession. If he attack me, the Prophet said, Qatilhu. Fight him back. Fight him back. Fight him back. So something that actually, some people say that, why did the Prophet ﷺ told the guy to fight back? Even though you can understand from the situation, the aggressor must be equipped, have everything to do something to you. But why should you fight back? The Prophet said, fight back. It is because whenever all people is actually obeying the aggressor, some bullies you, and everybody is following the command. What happened? The bully will start to more bullying others. They don't afraid. But if one person fight back, the other person fight back. So in the end, they will stop. Sometimes I think like this, like example in Sudan when I was there in '98. It's quite, Alhamdulillah, at that time so peaceful. So people actually, you pass by a goldsmith, you know, like a shop that selling gold jewelry. They will not have any guard. You ask why? Because everybody in that market, if somebody try to steal anything, not only the owner of the jewelry shop will fight back. Everybody will help him. So nobody will enter to do anything because everybody will fight back. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ said to that guy, don't give him your wealth, your possession. If he attack you, attack back, because this thing will make somebody who want to aggression to do oppression to others feel afraid to do that. Feel afraid to do that. So the Prophet said, La tu'nima. Then the guy said, Ya Rasulullah, in qatalani, if he kill me, the Prophet said, fa anta shahid, you are shahid. You die as a martyr. Means that person that died in the cause of Allah, that will be forgiven at the moment of the death, and will not be questioned in the last day, except about the debt to other human. Debt to other human, you'll be questioned. Debt to Allah will be forgiven, all of it, in the second you die. That is what when you say shahid, that is the word that all Muslim or all mu'min or all even the Sahaba is actually imagining themselves to be like. They want to die as a martyr. So the Prophet said to that guy, فَأَنْتَ شَهِيد. If he kill you, فَأَنْتَ شَهِيد. And if I kill him in protecting my possession, I kill him. Then the Prophet said, فَهُوَ فِي النَّارِ. He inside the fire, the hellfire. You don't have to be afraid about that. So that is actually, that is the situation. That's the media is actually try to wash it away. Wash it away so that you will not realizing that whenever they said about Hamas is starting something, so those Israel or regime, Zionist regime, they have all right to defend themselves. That is the way they twist the story. You know that people, if we look into that story, that when you've been oppressed inside your house, you fight back 1 week, 2 weeks, people say, this is for 75 years. 75 years. They've been killed. They've been stopped from moving inside their own country. Their school been abolished. Their mosque, their hospital, their houses, and their field, their farm been burned because the Zionist regime want to take their land, so they burn their crops. That is happening for 75 years, and nobody is moving. Some people say to me that why the Arabs country? The Arabs have done their job in '69 when the Arab War happened. They say the Arab-Israel War. Actually, all the Arab countries sent their troops, their soldiers to fight. But in the end, they will be betrayed by some of the country nearing the border. They close the border. So because of that, and they are not moving right now, because you have to understand that the Arab country, they don't produce their own food. That is the biggest problem. When you're not holding your own food, your food is not produced by you, you depending on others for your source of food, and then that is the starting of disaster. You have to follow every hand gesture came from your oppressor. Those who hold your food will call to you, do this and do that. You cannot say no. Why? Because if they stop the food, your people will die. So some of the Arabs leaders thinking they are actually not showing their support clearly, or not giving in front, or not sending troops or to war. This is because their food is not in their own hand, and they think that they are protecting their own people. Because of that, they are doing that. So they have the excuse to do that. So we actually, the problem is, why now we have we actually being lied to. You know, when we said lie about the media, the lying being put there, you can remember what happened in Iraq. In Iraq, or Iraq, by the mentioning of the United States people, Iraq. No, Iraq. Iraq. What happened there? They said that Iraq have a mass destruction weapons. They said chemical weapons is there. But after the invasion, none being found until today. Until today. You know, the invasion is just merely just on hearsay, and they attack the whole country. What happened to the country? You know, for 3 years, more than 1 million of the children of Iraq died because of food supply, milk is not there. 1 million died. But nobody saying anything. The same happened like in Afghanistan. The lie is being spread about everything. But like I said a few classes ago, that if they said that the Taliban was so vicious and so discriminating to women, then why would a journalist, English journalist from BBC, she embraced Islam after being captured as captive by the Taliban? Why? You have to have the answer, because if not, then whatever being told to you by them are so lie. This is the same when they want to give excuse. What happened? What they are taking now on Gaza? They are putting lies. Even not the scale of tabloid or rumors is actually being said by the President of America about the beheading of 40 babies in front, and he saw the picture. But after being refuted, then the same source said, no, Biden didn't saw the picture. The same happened, right, with the girl that were in the musical fest, having attacked. They said being attacked by paraglider of Hamas. The girl said being killed from German. But suddenly the mother said, my daughter is still alive. So what do you want to believe actually? This is actually these days, all the pictures or the videos being shown to you through the internet, you must be careful about digesting them or having them as your source. Because if I'm not mistaken, we in Yemen, we knew internet during the 2000, the year 2000. 98 is no internet yet. 99, no, not internet yet. 2000 this is internet, ISDN. So slow. 256 kbps. Not Mbps, kbps. So cyber cafe is open like that. So the dial up is there. You know, at that time, I remember few of videos in YouTube that being shared to me. At that time, I remember some of it. You know, they're making the videos so real. You know, they put a bicycle, a cyclist is moving in front of a car, and you know, police car is chasing that cyclist, and cyclist is actually moving. Then the truck stop the first car. Actually, the real video, the first car is robbers being chased by the police. So there's no cyclist in front of the first car. But they made it so real. You know, all the line, the color of the car being changed. The cyclist is there. If I'm not mistaken also, during 2002, 2003, there's a video being made by our student in multimedia. They put a video about a person buying a newspaper in front of KLCC. He bought the newspaper. He turned back again. From the camera, the seller gone. So he start to startle. You know, that type of technology was there then in 2000 2003. Can you imagine what can be done today with all the things? We actually we do not say that we are holier than others. We don't say that, but we Muslim have our principle, our values, because from the start of saying the war, then the Prophet ﷺ teach his companion, to always not to kill children, not to kill women, not to kill non-combatants, not to kill the priest inside his temple, not to kill people that's not fighting. Only people that fighting will be killed, can be fought. Other than that, will be apprehended and not be killed until the command from the, you wait for the command from the leaders. You don't kill them. None being done like that. The Prophet ﷺ did in many of wars like Badr, Uhud, Ahzab, and you must know that the non-believers at that time, when they came to war, they bring along their children, their wives, their belongings, their camels, their goat, sheep, and everything, because they don't want to run away, making sure that they don't run away. So they're putting everything there inside the war. Because if he run away, everything of his will be taken away. So that's the way. Because of that, the Prophet ﷺ, whenever he went to war, the non-Muslim or the non-believers at that time are using that type of tactics to make sure that they don't run away. But all the things that being possessed by the believers, by the Muslim, never ever, like being said, to kill children, to kill women without any cause. There's no such thing. We believe in that. So from the start, when people say about Hamas and whatever they did, even though you don't support them, it's okay. But the aggression, the thing, that retaliation being done by them to the aggressor, they actually inhabiting their own land. By international law, actually, everything being done by the Zionist regime is wrong. Everything. From the occupation, from the inhabitants, unlawful settlement that being opened by them, the blockage that being done by them towards the Palestinian is so wrong from the start. None of the international law can be said that saying it's good for them to do that. It's okay for them to do. No, none actually. But nobody do anything. But now, when the oppressed people start to fight back, people start to say, this will not fight. Because they actually being oppressed for 75 years. What do you expect from them? What do you expect from them? If you remember these days, in our country, we start to abolish the capital punishment, sentencing criminal to death. Start to be abolished, try to be abolished by the saying that they can be reformed. They actually did that because of the pressure that they being done to them, abuse being done to them by their parents when they are small, or by their brothers when they are small. Because of that, they did the crime. So they try to justify the crime. It's not supposed to. They're not supposed to be punished, but to be helped. That words being used. You don't punish, you help. You rehabilitate them. You don't punish them. But now, if you look into the story of our brothers and sisters in Gaza, in Palestine, they actually don't they deserve to be treated like that, not to be judged, to be saying that they actually doing crime, because they are being oppressed. Inside their house, the people still banging their houses, start to taking their houses away, burning their farm, killing them, abducting them. So what happened right now? So actually that's the real things, that the problem about lies being done. And I was amazed about one talk show being done by the Egyptian is actually he's not a political person. He's just a comedian. He's a comedian. He's actually inside the uncensored Piers Morgan versus Basim Yusuf. Everyone is actually laughing about that. The guy, Basim Yusuf is Egyptian. He tried to say that, yes, I condemn Hamas. Yes, I Hamas everything. He said, but the problem is, if he put a chart, yearly killing or yearly death on the Hamas or on the Palestinian side and the Israeli or the regime Zionist side, which is actually is there. He said, until today, the killing that they done because of how many being killed when the attack from Hamas, now actually one life of the Jew equivalent to 27. On the day he talked about that. One equivalent 37. 27 Palestinian equivalent to one Jew. So he said, how many more should be killed until the ratio become complete? If not, if you say about the killing was because Hamas, whatever Hamas did, then the problem is in the Western Bank. The other side. This one is Gaza, the other side. The Western Bank, they don't have Hamas because they will be controlled by Fatah or PLO, we know before. They also doesn't have paraglider, doesn't have also musical fest. So why they are being killed yearly, year after year? Even though they are not Hamas, they doesn't attack the nation or the regime, the Zionist regime, country. So why should we kill? So Piers Morgan cannot answer. You can see that through that lies. Even before that, Piers Morgan been known to critique his country for going to war in Iraq because of false claim or accusation upon the government of Iraq of having the chemical weapon. So all the lies about the picture. So now he actually want us to condemn Hamas for something that actually also lies being spread to the internet. So it's so wrong. Because that the Prophet ﷺ, he say to us, telling us about the punishment for those who lies. Those who lies. The Prophet ﷺ said about what he saw on the night of Isra and Mi'raj. On that night, the Prophet ﷺ saw, narrated by Anas bin Malik radhiyallahu anhu, narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radhiyallahu anhu, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Inna ahlal jannati the Prophet ﷺ said from the Hadith, is about the punishment for those who lies, and their lies is actually spread until the horizons. Some lies at that time is only being known for the people inside the village, inside only the cities. You lie here, only people in Kayu Ara will listen about that. Before this, if you lie in Tamantun, the people in Tamantun only will know about your lies. But now, the Prophet ﷺ did say about a situation that the person will lie, and the lie will come until the horizon. We actually we cannot understand how can a lie being done by somebody to arrive at the horizon. Horizon is the edge of the place where you see your eyes. Your eyes, when you see something, the edge of the sky, the place where the sky meet the earth, that is the horizon. So anyway, when you lie, any lie that you lie, normally will spread among you only. But what being said by the Prophet Sallam, he said, An Samurah bin Jundub radhiyallahu anhu, قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, Samurah bin Jundub said, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Ra'aitu rajulaini atayani. The Prophet said, the person said, atayani qala alladhi ra'aitahu yashqa shirqahu fakadzabun yakdhibu bil kadhbati tuhmalu anhu hatta tablugha al ufuq al afaq. It is actually because on that night the Prophet sallam being shown about the inhabitants of the paradise and the dwellers of the hell. So among those who being shown to the Prophet sallam are a person whose cheek being torn away. The part of his face was torn away. This part of his face was torn away. Okay, means that from mouth to ear, being torn away his face. So the angels that is actually accompanying the Prophet ﷺ said, the person, the one whose cheek you saw being torn away from his mouth to ear, was a liar. Who used to tell lies, and the people would report those lies on his authority till they spread is all over the world. The spread is all over the world. Once before, we cannot imagine who can tell a lie and his lie being carried to all horizon. But these days, during the social media, the internet, the way that we share our information, it can happen. Somebody can tell lie here in Malaysia, not just a few seconds, the lie will come to Europe, to the edge of China, to Japan, to Australia, just right now, because of the way of the transmission of the lies. The way they transmit the lie is not like just before. Before, you have to be there to tell, or you send letters to others. They read and they can accept the lie. But these days, you can lie anywhere, especially those who carry the authority as the journalists. The journalists. You know, the journalists, they actually either A or B. If they tell the truth about everything, then they become the tongue of truth for everybody. They become the witness for the truth. But the other side, if they lie and lie and lie, and people actually will use the name BBC, CNN. You know, some people said CNN told that. How could it be wrong? Somebody said like that. You know, we in Islam, we've been told by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, in Surah Al-Hujurat, Allah said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O people have believed, in ja'akum fasikum binaba'in fatabayyanu. If come to you a person who disbelief, doesn't have a right belief, telling you any story, fatabayyanu, then check it first. In Surah Al-Hujurat. Hujurat verse number 6. Verse number 6. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, people have believed, in ja'akum fasikum binaba'in fatabayyanu. If there come to you a disobedient one, person who doesn't obey Allah, then he told you a story, information. Then Allah said, fatabayyanu, investigate first, before you share, before you tell others, before you judge your brothers and your sisters for that. To say that the Palestinian is like this or like that, it's so wrong for you to say something like that, because there are things that related to the way you believing something. Now some people say it's in the television, then it must be true. Must be true. While those people who telling the story inside the television, they don't carry that honesty. They can lie. Unless you have a good lawyers to fight them, then they will just let the lie be like that. If not, and then only they will ask for apologize and retract back whatever being put there. If not, whatever being told by you, whatever being told about you, they will spread it without any conscience. They don't care about it. And you actually, like being said in the Quran, you have to check, investigate. Don't directly, because of the lies, like I said in the ayah, antusibu qauman bijahalatin. Lest at least you harm a people out of ignorance. Because you don't know about what happened, fatusbihu ala ma fa'altum nadimin, and you become over what you have done regretful. You regret about what happened after that. But you should not be regret if you check it first. You don't put it there just like that. Spread it away just because you believe in that story. It is not the first one. It is not be the last one. Especially with our days today, people can do deepfake. Deepfake, they can change the person. AI, like AI. They can change the face and their voice to be as somebody who's not saying that thing. Can be shown as he is saying that. Can you imagine what will happen? Because I remember when the movie Avatars being shown in the cinema, our ex-Prime Minister number 4, Tun Mahathir Mohamad, said after seeing that movie, he said that America can orchestrate anything and show it to others, even though it's not there. And even he said that the 9/11 must be orchestrated by themselves. This is our ex-Prime Minister. So he said something like that because the image of the videos the being shown there is so believable. Something is not there, you start to feel afraid. You start to feel you encourage somebody, you do dislike somebody just because of the picture. Can you imagine what happened now? What being done? Like the first thing that being shown by the Zionist regime, they want to condone whatever they do. Then they show the story, that the picture, like this one. So this is actually the way of the non-believers' way of showing the story. So we must be careful about that. Don't be like Prophet said, al-mu'minu, a believer will not be bite by snake from the same hole twice. You already saw what happened in Iraq, what happened in Afghanistan, and now you're actually seeing what being done by them, by the media, about Palestine. They're showing to make people saying that the oppressor, the aggressor, is the victim, and those who fighting for their rights are those who are actually trying to stop or not trying to take away the right of the non-believers. So I remember one of the things being said by Yusuf Bassam. He said when you said about terrorists, terrorists, when they don't want to, they want to do something, fighting with the government, they cannot. So what they do? They will hit the civilian. The general civilian will be hit by them. So that people will be angry at the government. So I remember Piers Morgan said, that is the terrorist. Then Yusuf Bassam said, you are actually now saying about the Israeli or the Zionist regime government. They cannot fight Hamas to each other. Then they start to attacking the civilian. To make sure that people actually will condemn those Hamas, you attack the civilian. It's the same as when ISIS doing that. They plant bomb and killing the civilian because they want to throw away the government. That is the thing that we must be understand here. So, Alhamdulillah. we come to that. Okay, any question? Is there any question? Huh? Tafadhal.
Okay, Ustaz. This question is from me. I don't know where I heard it, but there's someone said that if the Palestinian wins the war, the sign of the judgment day is near.
The sign of the judgment day is
Yeah,
in.
is it true?
Okay. If the Palestinians win, then the sign of the last day will be in, will become true. First thing first, about the the thing being said by the Prophet, yes. The Prophet did say about that. The Prophet said, La taqumu sa'ah. We actually, the Muslim, one thing, we don't, you know, keep our source of our religion to be secret. It is there inside the internet. You want to open it, you can open it whenever you want. Like, as an example, the website of sunnah.com. You type it there, the word, and you can see the hadith. The Prophet said in that hadith, narrated by the narrated by Bukhari, hadith number 2925. 2925. You can go to that particular website, As-Sunnah. You can open it. Inside that hadith, you know, being said to us, those who learn the hadith from 14,000 years ago. You know, from the day of the Sahaba and the Tabi'in, and then Bukhari, he came and he narrated the hadith. The hadith is there. Whoever learn the hadith of Bukhari will see that. Whoever learn about tafsir, Surah Al-Kahfi, atau Surah Al-Isra, they will see this hadith inside there. Nobody can say that we actually are making a conspiracy upon the non-believers. Nobody say that. Because we put our source of religion open to anybody. So this hadith said, La taqumu sa'ah. La taqumu sa'ah. The last day will not come, will not happen, hatta tuqatilul yahud, until you kill or wage war upon the Jew. The Prophet said wage war upon the Jew. The word tuqatilu means that they are somebody. During the Prophet ﷺ said that in his time, the Jew at the time of the Prophet, whether in the so-called Arabian Peninsula or even in Palestine or in Sham, doesn't have any position. They don't have any country. They don't have any country. Even the Jews surrounded that's around the Medina, the Bani Mustalik, Bani Quraizah, Bani Qainuqa, Bani Nadir, they are all around Medina, but they actually doesn't have any power, doesn't have any strength. So when the Prophet said the last day or the day of resurrection will not commence, will not start, hatta tuqatil yahud, until you kill or you wage war upon the Jew. Wage war upon the Jew. Hatta yakulu shajar wal hajar, until the stone and the tree will start to say and talk, Ya Muslim, Ya Abdullah, O Muslim, O Abdullah, O servant of Allah, Hada Yahudi, this is Jew behind me, Ta'ala faqtulhu, come and kill him. This is one of the being narrated by the Bukhari. We believe that it will come. We also know that even though this hadith be narrated, being said by the Prophet ﷺ, the companion or even the scholars never ever said to you that whenever you saw the Jew, kill him. You know, even at the time when Umar ibn Khattab received the key of Baitul Maqdis, the key of Quds, when he get the key from the Christian panggil leaders, Christian leaders, Omar said to them, can you show me? Because Omar took the key, and Omar asked them, can you show me few of the Jew here? Then the Christian said, there's no Jew inside this city. We kill all of them. We doesn't let them stay inside this city. So Omar said, it's wrong. What happened to you? Why are you killing without any excuse? So Omar said to some of the Muslim who already become Muslim from the Jew, because the Jew become Muslim, they are Muslim. So Omar told them to take or find some Jews to put them inside the city of Quds. Because to show that we doesn't discriminate anybody. As long as you believe in Allah, stay there. But you have to pay. Like the Muslim paying zakah, you paying the jizya. Omar told them not to kill, because the Christian killed them, all of them. You can see even the Prophet ﷺ, during his era, he doesn't kill the Jew just like that because of nothing, not out of nothing. The war being waged upon the Jew at the time, and when their city being cornered by the Prophet ﷺ, is because they betray the Prophet ﷺ, betray the people of Medina. Is because of that. So the thing that you said, if Muslim, not particularly Palestinian, if Muslim which war and victorious upon the Jew, it is among the sign of the last day, yes. But before that, you should remember that that is not the biggest one. Because the Prophet ﷺ did say, count 6 things before last day. My death, his death, was the sign of the last day. Even the advent of the last prophet is also the sign of the last day. Because the Prophet ﷺ did show to the companion his finger like this. And he said, Bu'istu wasa'atu kahatain. I was being sent, and the last day is like this. If this is my position, my time, and the last day is here. No, how long is there? We don't know. But here, if this is my advent, this is the last day. The Prophet said about that. So even his death, even the conquering of Baitul Maqdis, the Quds, was also a sign of last day. Even the death, the plague that killed more than 20,000 of the companion in Sham, is also a sign of last day. Even the building, the high-rise building that they built by the Arabs, also sign of last day. So really, some people, I afraid. Some people say that we don't let the Palestinian win, because if they win, the last day is near. I don't know, because some people is like that. Some people have that similar thought. They say that if you make this sign one after another coming to you, then the last day will be hastened. No, nothing will be hastened. Because like I said, the Prophet himself is a sign of last day. The Prophet himself, our Prophet Muhammad SAW, he is a sign of last day. So really, when thinking about the sign of last day, don't relate it to whatever the suffering of the people of the Palestine. Don't relate it, because we afraid that some people will say that don't let them be victorious, because if they're victorious, then the last day. Because this type of thinking was in the Jew community is there. Don't you remember that they put the last day, the people that the last day is coming, then a hero came and last day no more. They done it few times. Constantinian, I don't know, so many movies being shown to us that the last day can be stopped. Can be stopped by doing something. We Muslim don't think about that. We just concerned about our deeds. What are we preparing ourselves for the last day? That is something that you must be careful about. Not about when is the last day. Because knowing the last day will not change anything. Because you know the date, you know the day, you know the month, you know the year, doesn't change anything. Because the last day, the last day or your deeds is something that will be judged by Allah. Not about who or whom upon them the last day will happen. Okay. Anything else?
So can I find out this war that is happening is because of um, them wanting the whole state for themselves?
Yeah.
It's not because of Hamas attack.
No.
No, right?
No, because actually they have the plan. You know, if you look at the plan of the country, they say that is problem here. The non-believer born a Christian, we actually some people are confused why the Christian is helping them, even though if you go to the Jerusalem, you ask the Jew about Jesus Christ, they will say imposter. I look at one documentary. This guy going on the street asking, "What about Jesus? You know Jesus Christ?" So most of them will say imposter. He's not the real one. He's not the prophet. He's not God. So anyway, they are saying that about the Christian, but the Christian doesn't care. Even a few weeks before the attack, they are showing that the rabbi telling that they are old tradition between the Jew to spit on the Christians. You know, meeting them on the side road and spitting. Then there's a video about the Jew children spitting on the Christian tourists in the Quds. In the Quds. They are doing that. But can you see that for the Christian, they don't have any sensitivity about that. If you ask me why, I can answer. It's because they believe that the Jew give them a promise. You know, the promise is if you complete, because they said that you believe that Jesus will come back to this world. We don't believe that, but we know that a prophet will come. The Jew said, and if the prophet, you said Jesus, can you give me what is his nationality or his tribes? They will say Jew. Okay, so when he descend, he come back. With whom he will stay? So the Christian said the Jew. So the Jew said, help us build our nation. Then Jesus will descend. If he descend and he said that you are true, we will follow you. And if they said that we are true, then you follow us. That is the thing. Even though we Muslims can say the same thing. We can say to the Christians, who did try to kill Jesus? Who did try to kill Jesus? The Jews. You want to see that particular story? Look into the Passion of Christ, the film, movie that being produced by Mel Gibson. You know, Mel Gibson after that movie, he been called as anti-Semitic because he portrayed exactly like inside the Bible, and they are talking in Aramaic, not in English, in Aramaic with subtitle. So when you look at the story, you see that the Jew is so bad. So who is trying to kill Jesus Christ? The Jew. Okay. Now we say, if those people want to kill him, should he stay with them? No, surely no. With whom he will stay? So we ask them back, who is practicing all the teaching of Jesus Christ? We Muslim. We are the one that keeping all the commandment being kept by us. And all the teaching of Jesus is kept by us. Because Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, he never said that I'm God and worship me. Never ever said that. So if you look into that, we actually, the Christians should stop that thing rather than helping. Because but the problem is, because in the Quran, Allah said, وَلَضَّالِّينَ, those who misguided, then being said by the Prophet himself, the Christian, because they want goodness, but they always running away from the right path. That is what's going to happen. So they don't care about the Hamas. They want to take all the land for them, because they want to make the Jewish, the line, the blue line on their flag. The blue line, two blue line, is actually a symbol of the two river. One river is Nile, and the other river is Euphrates, the place where Abraham was origin from, the Iraq, And this one is the place where Yaqub and his children stay for a while before they went out back. So they said that their kingdom must be from here to here. Because of that, you see the line, the blue line. So nobody really understand that. What is the blue line? The blue line is Nile to the river of Iraq. That is their kingdom. So they don't care about Hamas. Hamas is there or not. And actually, to say about Hamas, like I said, if you push Hamas is Shia or anything, it's okay. Because like I said, the rights of the oppressed is still not gone. Even though if the oppressed are non-Muslim and the oppressor is Muslim, still you cannot say that they are wrong to fight the oppressor. They are wrong to wage war to the oppressor to take back their land. They will be not wrong anyway. Even though they are Shia, even though they are non-believers, even though they are non-Muslim, because it's about the right. It's not about the claim or we say somebody must be from the Sunnah group. No, it's not about that. It's just about the right of the owner of the land. What should be given to them? Actually, because the settlement of the illegal settlement that being built is until today being built nearer to and nearer towards the Gaza, to put them back to just a little ship smaller than Malacca, a place smaller than Malacca, 2 million. You know, US doesn't send their warship to Ukraine to fight back with Russia, but they send a big warship to support Israel against 2 million or less Muslim. That is the thing that must be remembered today. So this is about the lies. Be careful about whatever you receive from the internet. Okay? No question? Okay.
So is it better for the Palestinians to leave Palestine because they are getting very badly hurt?
Okay. Should they run away? Like the same. If you ask, does the Malay people must run away when the British is here? The Japanese enter our country. Should we run away? No. It's the same. Because right now people not looking at the story in total or in big wide views. They will the question will become like that. But like you said, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man mata duna damihi fahuwa syahid." Whoever die protecting his blood, people attack you, you protect your blood, and you are a martyr. Man mata duna malihi fahuwa syahid. Whoever die in protecting his possession, fahuwa syahid, he's martyr. Man mata duna irdihi. Whoever die in protecting his honor, fahuwa syahid. So within that things, the question is no, they should not. Even their existence there, making responsibility for us to help them. You cannot say that to them that run away, because they are the owner of the land. If they are invading the land, then is that other thing. They are not invading the land. Whatever happened is inside the country. The media, or can we say that the Western media, they succeed in changing the perspective of Palestine from a Muslim problem to the Arabs problem, from the Arabs problem to the Palestinian problem, the Palestinian problem to the West Bank problem. It's smaller and smaller and smaller. They cut until you see that the problem is just like that. Not the whole nation must be with them, because if you change it to the South Africa, people essentially start to say, yes, we support the Nelson Mandela. You know Nelson Mandela? Before he being raised up as a person to win Nobel Prize, Peace Nobel Prize, he's a bomber. He's a bomber. He bombed places inside the South Africa country to fight the apartheid government. He bombed public places, but people is raising him as a hero. But now you actually looking at that. Why? It is because Allah Ta'ala said in the Quran, Yes, their position or their situation, like being said, how could they stay there? It's out because Allah Ta'ala said in the Quran. Allah Ta'ala said in the Quran, wait. Allah Ta'ala said in the Quran in Suratil Hajj, verse number 39, Allah Ta'ala said, Udina lilladina yuqataluna bi annahum zulimu. Permission to fight been given to those who are being fought because they being wrong, being oppressed. Wa inna Allah ala nasrihim laqadir. And Allah, indeed Allah is competent to give them victories. Who are they? Who are the people that being said in this ayah? Number 40, Allah said, Alladina ukhriju min diyarihim bighairi haqqin. Those who have been evicted from their homes without any right. Why? Why they are actually being evicted? Illa an yaqulu rabbuna Allah. Except because they say our Lord is Allah. Can you see that? Because the treatment from UN to the Muslim is like that. If the people are Christians or non-Muslim, they will help. All the convoys or United Nations army will push. But here, because they said Rabbuna Allah, our Lord is Allah. So we know about that. So sometimes it's clear lie, clear injustice. But still, some people, some of our brothers and sisters doesn't see about that. We actually so feel sad about this, because we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing us, our iman, our belief about Him. Because sometimes people will only look into the materialistic side of something. They forgot about the cause of that thing is Allah is testing you. For what? What we will do. Okay? Another question there? Yeah.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
Currently, there's a trend going on to boycott companies that support Israel. In your opinion, should we try to do that?
Okay. Should we boycott? Listen. If you want to boycott that, you cannot use your computer today. Your computer is from actually the microchip of your computer is from them. Okay, listen to the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet ﷺ, during his nearing his death, he bought barley flour from a Jew. But the Prophet ﷺ doesn't have any money to pay. So the Prophet ﷺ gave to the Jew as collateral his armor. You know, armor that he will wear inside the war, he gave to the Jew. And Aisha narrated that the Prophet died before he can pay back the Jew and take back his armor. So from that, we know that the Prophet ﷺ is selling and buying, even during nearing his death, he's still buying and selling with the Jew. So if there's unclear things like the Jew, the non-Muslim doesn't say that whatever you pay me, I will give it, I will use it to attack the Muslim. As long as this don't say that, though you actually cannot say about boycott. Because the Prophet ﷺ, in the Quran, Allah said about the Jew is the most have animosity towards the believers. But the Prophet still selling and buying with them. So how should we understand that? There's no such thing as a certain boycott. We can see that people are actually boycotting the McDonald's and everything. They are still smoking cigarette, or vape, or things actually from the Jew. Why? So it's not clear, because like I said, if only those people, those company say loudly, say that we are paying all the Jew, all the army, all the nation to kill the Muslim. Whatever you pay me, we give to them. Then only you cannot buy from them. If not, you cannot do something like that. What? with them, we stand together with. They are. They are company like that. What? Give her microphone. Yeah, we don't talk in English with English in our house. So because of that, I cannot.
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
So there are companies that make that statement, public statement that
Okay.
we stand with Israel.
Okay.
Okay. So what about those companies? We didn't.
Yes, those company, when they are showing their support directly to those people who are killing the Muslim, you should not give anything to them. Yes, that's clear. And coming to the topic, that's people talking about McDonald's Malaysia, McDonald's Israel. So McDonald's Israel actually giving food to the soldiers, but McDonald's Malaysia is giving money to the Palestine. You cannot cannot admit that they are being bought. That the topic about franchise. You bought the brand for you to sell to sell in Malaysia. You bought the brand. You're paying the royalty, but you are not working for them totally. So like I said, if the Prophet did sell and buy with the Jew during end of his life, even he didn't manage to get back his armory because he didn't pay to the Jew his money to get back his armory. And silly, you cannot say something like that. Okay, alhamdulillah. So before we stop our class today, inshallah we do a little prayer or supplication to Allah for our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma anji mustada'afina minal mu'minina fi Gaza. Oh Allah, save the weak people among the believers in Gaza. Allahumma unsurhum. Oh Allah, help them. Allah mashdud wat'aka ala kafarati ahli kitab. Oh Allah, be hard on the non-believers of the people of the book. Minal Yahud wan Nasara, from among the Jew and the Christian. Waman nasara waman syaya'ahum wa anahum, and from among those who support them and helping them. Allahumma al'anhum. Oh Allah, curse upon them, curse them. Allahumma ij'alha alaihim sinina kasini Yusufa. Oh Allah, inflict upon it years of drought upon them, dryness upon them, like the years of the drought of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Can we stop here insyaAllah? Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa sallam alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi